Hello and welcome to Mobile Adventures, where we're going to finish up the Pillager Outpost Part 2, and we are ever so slowly taking care of the mansion as well, minus this thing, but during washer phase we stick around here, and then we do the big project during dryer phase. Anyway, this is done on a phone. You might hear clawing and scratching noises to make certain maneuvers happen, otherwise it's held at a wide stance to prevent that, but it comes at the cost of precision, such as walking into trees, buildings, and pits of death. Anyway, after our first... Ooh. That could have ended poorly. So, I grew out this to go as far as this is gonna go. I have not done this part yet. I think I still have the equipment. Yes, I do. We might do that. Also been shearing sheep to continue with the mansion. There isn't much left because all the available grass is almost fully eaten up, so I'm not going to spend too much time doing this, and we're running away as I'm trying to shear. So we get that, and we're pressing buttons. This is the part where the game starts ignoring what I want to do. So what I'll do is, to start this section, we are going to go through the barn and feed the animals, and then if I remember to do it again, to do it again. We aren't going to need anywhere near that much, but cows are the hardest because they're tall and they like to interfere with each other a lot. Let me put it away, see if anyone's still hearts here. Yes. There we go. Eat the food. There we go. She shouldn't go around threatening right now. Not that it matters, but... And chickens. They somehow are in... I'd like to know how that happened. These are much easier because they're shorter, so I can... They're not fighting me. Alright, now I want to see how the chickens are getting out. Or did they? This is what we're going to do. They somehow... Chickens wound up down here. No idea how. Where's the other one? They have glitched through a corner or something. Can it glitch through the upside down stairs or something? And we can feed, and we can feed. I'm pressing the chicken. We probably could feed the chickens. I guess that's it. Alright, so... yeah, we actually got a chick out of that. Well, I have no idea how they got out. They have to have glitched through something. If we remember to feed them again, we'll try that. Also, let's this here. I'm not gonna feed the sheep, but we are going to corral them. Let's just do this, because we do have some sheep that eat. How about we shear the sheep? There we go. Shear the sheep, pressing the button. Oh, they still can... Alright. Shear the sheep. And there's almost no grass left. Shear the sheep. Alright, sheepies. All of you here. Shear the sheep. Shear the sheep. Pressing the button might mean shear the sheep. Boy, the controls are dead as anything. Shear the sheep. Shear the sheep. Perhaps it means shear the sheep. Oh, come on. Dead control strike again. There. No, we're not selecting the food right now. We need to protect you so that this highlight level where wolves can spawn in will not happen. Well, that will happen, but they won't get you. Another thing we're trying to do is we're waiting for a zombie villager to form. I've not had any successful rolls, as I call them. Alright, it's not in here. We have a leather helmet somewhere. And I want to toss it to the villager. If we can get one. Okay, over here. Okay, there it is. So I'm going to put this out of the way and this out of the way. And I'm just looking to see what we need and what we don't. So we're going to start way over here. I have not done a single thing with the fence, but as I said before, we've determined the border of this of the farmland eventually. Eventually this will be potato land. Actually, I should be counting off how much. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Let's just count that again. 3, 4. 1, 2, yes. Just waiting for the monsters to start. Which should be now, if it hasn't already. Alright, hissy boomies. And we're getting hit by something. The spider that I walked by. Need to enchant some books while we're at, and we're not getting a zombie villager roll again. Yeah, we're hitting. And because I'm relatively playing deaf, I mean, I can hear it a little bit, but if I crank the volume so I can hear it easily, then it will be extremely loud, distorted, and deafening to you guys. And even worse if you're wearing headphones. And I'm not getting the roll that I'm looking for. Probably because I want zombie villagers. That's probably the only reason. There we are. I thought I saw a green hissy boomy thing here. Whoops. Hit. Yeah, hit. Turn, turn. Okay, did he drop anything? No, he didn't. Hissy boomies not cooperating. Okay. Oh, I only hit him once. Alright. We get to 33, we can enchant a couple more books. Alright, what we're trying to get is a zombie villager. I'd like to see one of those appear. It's funny because when I didn't care, there were a dime a dozen. They just everywhere. Now it's like, good luck finding one. Love that I can if I can get the jump right, that I can one-shot them. Alright, there. This is, once again, a bad roll. But, hello. And we're getting hit by something. Oh, you. Yeah, we can hit. We can hit. See, if I could play at a volume where I could hear so that you don't go deaf, then there wouldn't be a problem. But whatever. Alright, so, yeah, once again, we're not getting a roll that allows zombie villagers to be a thing. And it's 17 of that. We'll just put this away for now. Second day. In. Right. Let's take care of something that needs to be somewhat taken care of. And that is someone working here in the mansion. I'm not going to bore you entirely with it. Oh, and since we are going to nope, that's better. Since we are, the big thing is finishing the Pillager Outpost somewhat XP farm and trap. Oh, yeah, we need to take care of... Got plenty of these and plenty of those. Let's put them up here, actually. Because I think we can reach where... I'm going to go to the ballroom. I finally covered the inside here, although I didn't do the, obviously, the trim. Like, half of it's done here, which... And I haven't done a single thing with that lately. But we're getting to a point. This is the most finished space. Oh, we can't even reach it. Alright, I can't even reach that. Fun time is had by all. Things that need to get done, though. Nope, not the correct position. Alright, so... There we go. Get a little closer, can put more of these down. Pressing. Close enough to hit this beam. Sort of. Well, we got one section done. The thing is, you need to have a place to hang chandeliers so we don't have to have these torches on the floor. Yeah, now we got a system that works a little better. Or over where I'm standing would be even better. And we got enough to do 2 of these sections. I'm not going to go into the chest and get more. I'm just going to work with what we got right now. And hopefully at some point, I mean, use the oak trap doors in the interim is to cover the bottom of these structural beams. You're going to use trap doors. How are we doing? Okay. So, yeah, let's head back downstairs. We don't even have enough. So, okay. Overshoot a little bit. I swear there was more than that. Okay, I see what kind of happened. Alright, so... yeah, we'll start... we aren't going to get anything done today, but we are going to get the swimming pool part completed. We aren't... well, actually, that's for another project. Someday we are going to go back in the nether. We've done exploratory, but it doesn't seem to be very, okay. Not exactly a nether that's efficient and will easily let us go places. Actually, leave that alone. Frame. Put this back. Yeah, we'll keep that, why not? While we got the time, we are... did I don't remember if I... okay, what was it? We're pressing. Okay, good. Now I know what we're doing next. Let's get this thing prepped. Let's get this chest ready for oak stuff. I actually have some of that up in the bedroom, but... have not quite bothered with it yet. Alright, once again, we are going to roll with the attempt at getting a zombie villager. We got the leather helmet in hand. Of course, they showed up almost every single time when we didn't care. That could be a watermelon patch. Or a melon farm of some sort. That could go in there. That's just the right size for it. Yeah, it looks like that's as far as we're going to go, maybe with the feeding of the animals. So let's just put this stuff back there. Needs to not be a thing. Ooh, critical hit. More hissy boomy powder. And I said I was going to enchant a couple books. I think before we do our big project, we will do just that. Now we're going to have to waste a couple hits there. Whoa. Alright, it wasn't... Alright, we could actually let me move the player. Also, that's not the finish cycle. Yeah, okay. Now, can we let me grab the experience, or will you just grab the experience? Alright, where are the zombie villagers at? Dime a dozen when I didn't care. Yeah, when I didn't care, dime a dozen. Everything but what we're looking for. Uh-oh. Hit. I'm swinging, but sure as heck ain't hitting. Okay, go. Looking to be sure we're safe. safe because Sid can't hear what's going on, so don't know if pressing my luck filling holes or so I filled the hole with cobblestone, so if hiss and boom were to happen in that area again, it'll be much easier to fix the problem. Well, we got the witch part, but we're not getting the yeah, we're not getting the what we need. Yeah, once again, we're just getting anything but what we're looking for. Get rid of this, get rid of that. Don't really need this. Gonna get rid of some stuff. Already we can get rid of that. Combine these two and get something slightly better. Or hit that instead. That might be a thing we want. We'll put this over here, put this over there. Things moving around as we go. Alright, let's enchant a couple of books while we're at it. Impaling 5, I might just use that. Bane of arthropods, no. Even I'm saying no to that. Impaling 3. So, impaling 5, plus our current sword is not a thing. It's weird, it used to be you could just Alright, okay, how about we do that? And we don't have any signs for these, so... Yeah, I know the draw washer's done. But... Okay, I need to get things done. We don't have signs in there, so... Back down to the basement. That doesn't leave much in terms of wood, but there's plenty of oak trees where we're going. I mean, May not be a forest, but plenty of them. And all right, we're going to put these away. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 2 books. All right, that's feather falling, so what I'm going to do and then what I'll do for that is where's the dash? There, feller. And while I'm thinking of it, move this here. And that'll be for silk touch there. Whenever that may be a thing. So, yes, we are now ready to head off to our big project, which we're kind of almost done anyway. So, let's see. We'll take this, that, and the rest we'll leave behind. Oh, we already have logs. And put this here. And we forgot to put that away, so but we're going to leave it. And that we'll put over there as well. That's where we usually start, so yeah, let's put away the books. I don't quite get it. Why are we not letting me do this? Oh, you're going to let me do that. Alright, maybe the other thing I couldn't use on the swords. So, yeah, I'm going to just stop it right at this back door, and we will be back for dryer phase and the big project, finishing up the Pillager Outpost thing, trap, XP farm thing, whatever. See you then. And we're back. So now we're off to the project that we were working on. And that will be the Pillager Outpost thing. So I've also worked a bit more on the Pillager station. It's still incomplete, and I'm going to stop the tunnel there for the moment till I discover things that are along the route. As you can see, much further along. Did I forget stuff that I need for that project, which will be done later? Which I've answered the question to before I finished even speaking. Alright, so off we go. Now, one of the things that kind of works for us, but against us as well, is these little prison cells. They're supposed to have alloys or iron golems, but they imprison themselves. Kind of not what we want. Yes, makes for cheap and dirty play, but yeah, you can hit the target now. Where did you come from? Again, we gotta be careful where we are. There is a section where they can bind up a little bit, but that's the way it is. How about this? And we can hit our targets. Alright, so what we want to do is over here make a couple of entrances, because this is our way up and down. While we have this, let's alright, we gotta work on this as well. But one of the things we need to do, although we're keeping that floor, is break. And we can see a little more. We have a little more visibility in those directions. Then we got to work on that, but we have another issue that we need to work on. We'll head down the safe way, so to speak. ultimately tear these things down, but right now, I'm gonna leave them put. Sometimes they do get a cheap hit in, that's for sure. They'd probably respawn inside, but I'm not going to care terribly much right now. So what we want to do is we're going to hit this block right there. Perfect. Crouch down to see that we're safe or not, because, alright, none of them have fallen in yet. They have when we were building, but we haven't had them go through the paces yet. That is right now. Alright, so let's get stuff out of the way we don't need. And out. There. That's done. So that's how that part works. Now we got that straightened away. Now we need to take care of up there. Those pillagers do spawn up there, which is fine. That is not an issue. Alright, we need trees, but we're not going for big ones. Breaking. So that may or may not be enough. So you know what? We got another small tree here along our way out. Let's just knock it down. There we go. And see, we got pillagers up there, and we got one over here to take care of. Why are we holding pork? Okay, we can move the player. Alright, we can do that. I need to get rid of this junk. I know, let's... Oh, whoops, yeah. Okay, how about up? How about up? Alright, this is where this part comes in handy. I know we're opening us up to attack, but that's going to be gone. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a tree break. And I didn't make the trapdoors that I needed. Break. How about break? Everything but that. Everything but another axe. And we don't have trapdoors. Well, not fully thought out here. Let's see how our armor's doing. It's starting to get a little worn. Alright, so this. How about down, the direction I'm pointing in? Trapdoor, please. Faster. Where's trapdoor? Why is trapdoor not a thing? There it is now. We're jumping! I love when I push the jump button and nothing happens. Of course, now that I do this, it's not going to work. Alright, so this area is now officially completed. We'll come back to it if we need it. This was so that nothing would spawn in as metal. punch our way through this. Enough of those. Yep, go. Don't have enough trapdoors. We're close. And alright, no, not that way. We have a workbench over here. And let's see, 4, 6. Of course I need one more than we need, but I can store that elsewhere. Jumping. So apparently this does work. And we are going to remove another layer of this. No, not a layer, not more than one. Or if the treasure chest needs to be there, I might put it back. And again, I don't know if manually placed means that we don't get it. Break. Some of it back. Right, so press in. Alright. Now this stuff. I did not ask for that. Nope, I guess I can't place it like that. But if we can take this and why can't we do that? Oh, now I know why it's not working. Now we gotta bash it by hand again, because I don't have an axe. Because this wasn't supposed to be a massive, long-running issue here. I can count. That keeps us from falling in. Alright, what I might have to do is jumping. Yeah, that's not going to work. Alright, that's not going to work anyway. Take the treasure chest. I don't know if replacing it works, but alright, this thing should be done. That is the trap itself. Alright, so just need some more of the stone. We don't have room for charcoal, coal, so yeah, that's going to have to sit in. This will be more than enough for what we need, but you know, we could always use more. Plus the sun's setting, so we need to kind of move things along a little bit. We're jumping. Thinking is I was going to tear those things down, but I'm thinking of doing now is instead of tearing them down, I'm just gonna tear down the fences that are within so that they can spawn out of, you know, so the whole reason getting cobblestone is now a moot point. So jumping. Okay, yep, it is definitely turning towards darkness. I think if I tore down those prison cells, I might destroy how the thing works. So we're going to leave them standing, but we're going to take all the fences down. This is what will happen when we tear the fences down. I don't know if it was a smart move to leave that at the moment. So we are going to need it's going to be painful, so we are going to have to ditch some stuff. And we're going to have to do some fighting over again. So we're pressing buttons. We can always get more of these. And carpet put in a safe place. Okay, how about there we go. Alright. We might have to fight them again. We don't. So we're going to open these things up. not be the smartest move. Alright, we need to... Yeah, this could be one of the worst things we've done. But yes, they are spawning within these, and we want them to escape. Which sounds so crazy, but... force them into the building, and then... cheaply dispose of them. Which means the nearby horse stables are a bit of a rough spot. Dumbest move we've ever made, or smartest? We're gonna find out. We can move. And what's unfortunate is if it drops, they drop one more block, they die. So there's no way to one punch kill. So we might have to do is maybe put a chest there, make a bunch of stone axes, and we can just one chop them. We got plenty of trees. I think that was the problem I had in my 50th birthday world as well, is that it just wouldn't work because of the way pillagers are. can see it works. But we're jumping. Let's see, the sun's going down, so it's coming down. Before we do that, let's check inventory. We don't have a free slot. If we do this and do that, alright, now we have a free slot. We'll pillage Waka Waka their crafting bench under the tent. Or better yet, we'll just take the one that's, we'll take the one from them. Might be a tough thing to do. Maybe not. Alrighty then. Little alcove here. Put everything where I wanted to. It'll all be. That's not what I said. X. Place. That's where I want it. Press. Oh, of course we have 7 pieces of wood. We don't need giant trees right now. Small ones will work. hate when there's coins stuck in the watch. Yeah, it makes that rhythmatic noise of shrillness. Alright, so I can't pick any of them up. Pressing. We're moving. Oh, crap. Well, actually, that's okay. They just fall and die. They're blocking the thing. Alright, so now we can do what we want. First, we'll do something sacrificial. I'll get a bunch more of them things. And chest. Are we building it? Pressing. Okay, press the right one, that might help. Alright, we need to get rid of stuff. Let's just get rid of that again. Alright, so pressing. Oh, we did make them. Alright, we'll make a double chest. Why? Because we can. Then we're just going to dump a bunch of crap. Alright, how about put this here, then this there. There we go. Pick up all that stuff again. Except for... what do we need? Okay, somehow that sword is in my hand, and this one needs to go away. That one. Now I can pick you up again. Hey, if I want to pick stuff up, I can. Well, we finished this project. Fun and excitement. Move. perfect, but it works. Might have to perfect those places they teleport in. Yeah, so we're going to have to take the carpet, and temporarily disable these, because now I have an idea. Or we can just move. It. Move the player. Oh, now I know why some. Alright, move the player. So we're going to need to dump some stuff. So we need to dump some stuff and then come right back. So we need to have some freed inventory slots in order to do some stuff. So the door open. That was not good. So yeah, actually I have stuff upstairs I can get rid of. Alright, we can get rid of this. Get rid of that. This. And that. Okay, working our way up. Jumping. Get rid of the bucket. You don't need that anymore. for now. We don't need the hoe. We don't need the other hoe. And we don't need the third hoe, and we'll do that. So switch these so it looks a little more organized. So what we need, I need to grab some redstone. I don't know how much of it we're going to need. We'll take the whole thing. I'm surprised I only have that much. Pressing. We need to control the flow of Pillagers. Or Pillagers, in this case. Yep, move. Break. I think we got enough. We're gonna need 16 doors. Okay, pressing. Ride. We're gonna head back. I realize we're gonna have to put the doors on the outside of the structures because they're gonna lose actually I don't. No, we're not going to lose anything. We can keep them on the inside because that's where the fences were. So, alright. So, of course we need. Of course, more than what we need, but it's still probably spawning somehow. Probably around it. Oh, no, they didn't. And why are we not paying attention to commands? Jump. Why are we not? Jeez. Now what we want to do is get rid of stuff that we don't need. What I'm hoping to do is break out of the way. Wait, oh, another one. This, and this. Nothing. So what we're going to need to do is alright, it's weird, but it works. And now this stop is designated. Might do it, just to make it look somewhat uniform. So the stone is kind of an important piece here. Pop out. Still work. Hit again? No. Turn. I know I could just use this thing. Does it work fully around? Yes, it does. That's definitely more than what we really need to get this second one done. The idea is that we want to control them. Doors. Break. Place. Wow, that was useful. We can also move the player. We can move the player. Yes, that's the problem, is I can't hear them coming. Breaking. So we got an issue over here. And we placed a door there somehow. Shovel. Rake. So we'll just continuity there. And we're going to over here. Enough to do the whole thing? No. Oh, we don't even have anything going back here. Alright, that's not correct. That's not correct. Alright, we got that set up. Now I'm going to need a couple of repeaters for sure. Three solid stone blocks, a couple of torches. Okay. And we're going to take some junk and throw it over the edge. Or over here, because now we're just going to pressing. Down here. We should be able to make repeaters. how about this? Why? What are we missing? Now we have our repeaters. Now, what's here? Let's put that with that. Alright, we got a few of them in there. Nothing was spawning here until now. Alright, good, we got that. I want to get what we're replacing. Too far away. Alright, so right here we need a repeater. Repeater please. Set ourselves up, although what we're going to do hit. Lever. All still open. Good. Too far. Break. Still too far. Move. They all open. Break. Hit. X. Pressing, lever, give. So I don't have to have that closed. Now let's see if I can time out this screenshot here. Real hard to do on an Samsung Android phone. It works. Now we can let me move the player. Move the player, move the player, move the player. Okay, I guess that does need to be closed. Move the player. Jumping, jumping. Try jumping. Oh, we never opened that side up. Actually, we can't really. Oh, yeah, we can't open that side up because of where it is. So as you can see, I've finished the length of the station over here. And since I'm here, this won't take terribly long to do. Close it up over here. There's a torch over there lighting up that section. And no, we did not mean to hit that. Now we have control over these two things. Nothing in there. But if it were full, we go like this. I go like this. Yeah, we kind of need to do another, got rid of the bucket too early. Although, more or less this does work. I might do is shrink that down and put the lever over there so we can just make our way out. Why is that open? Nope. This. Break. So we got something in there. We don't have anything in there. So I'll do to try to get that to work is I'm going to step away and come back. What do we have in here? Alright. We've stepped away. Now we're coming back. Alright, we got a bunch of pillagers in there. Nothing in that, but and away we go. Okay, so they have gone in the trap. Down you go. There's XP down there. So if I were to step away, again, moving the player, we're moving the player. I like when we jump, when we press the jump button as well. I don't want this being an impossible climb. I just want to get away just enough to make it, just enough to reset things. And now I'm curious what's over on this other end, which we're moving the player. I think this phone is throttling because it's a little old. And is it not winter, but oh, hello. You can move now when I press move the player. Okay, how about this? An X. So I did see when I was kind of working on the station that there was this, moving the player. There's a gold block there, but there's nothing really terribly important there. The clock could be useful if we go mining, so I mean one of these days we might. Actually, let's pressing. Yeah, we'll pick it up. You can use it while mining. Alright, we should have been far enough away for pillagers to respawn in those little huts. We got one there. And we got one there. We can move the player. Over here. There. Come on in. Did you come in? See, I want to be sure I don't fall in. That's why this is there. Nope, I'm not climbing. I'm exiting. What I could do is put some trapdoors in here. That way we can keep our distance, and then if there's something we'd like. So let's see. 2, 4. Break. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, of course it's an odd number. How else would that work? Because if we get all the way up, we're a target. Inventory. Now we need to unload again. But now you can see how it works. We're safe, but if we see something we like, we can knock these down and grab it. I'm glad that I hit the switch and it worked. Now what we should do is when I hit the switch, we hit the switch. Nope, don't want that. Yep, that's off. That's what we want. Well, we gotta unload stuff we don't need. This can go there. This can go here. This can be made into that. And we got a stone sword that we don't really want on us. So, we'll play with this thing one more time. There's one in there. And that's it. Just the one. We don't really need to be up here. We could just go right back down. Now whatever's in there is going to be stuck there. We need to remove this stone sword from our inventory. Oh, zombies survived. The hissy boomy survived. And we want the hissy boomy powder. And we are going to get rid of this guy. Not the prettiest redstone, but you know, we're in an active war zone, so just get it down there and call it good. some stuff back. Alrighty, so let's see here. We don't need these. We don't need this. Put these up here because so we can see everything. Redstone. What little of it is left. Things. So put that there. And one of these. So I'm going to take them both and make a better one of them. So now we got one of those. Fizzy boomy powder that we take back. We can take this back. We can take that back. How is that unbreaking too? Alright, let's write stuff again. Oh, yeah. I forgot. We have that chest for the dark oak. Now we need to use it. Did I do that? This, that, and that. Wasn't there more? That was all. Okay. Alright. Took out more of that so we could make our thing work better. Yeah, that's not going to do anything for us. While we're at it, let's. But we're not seeking. Alright, well, I'm going to put that there, and this here. Alright, so that's all stored away. Rearrange it. We could use this. Actually, I don't know what to do with this. So. going to divide that space up ultimately. I gotta start putting doors and windows into the insides and remove. And we're almost done. The dryer's almost done. We got maybe another day cycle. But we don't want to do that. So, enough of that. Alright. Almost back to 30. No weirdness going on there yet. Feed. How about feeding the pigs? Going a little slow because it seems to want to feed me and not the pigs. Alright, so that's that. I'm going to see if they did the weird thing. This is the killing floor, which we aren't going to be using for a bit. No, none there this time. Now up to the chickens. Yep, we're feeding. Feeding. Why are we not feeding? I literally was literally selecting the chicken to feed. That's everything. Something did come out of that. put away the food. We can safely do that. I think we can. And this go there, that goes there, that goes there. Okay, that works. That's good. Leather helmet. In case the game screws up and gives me a zombie villager. Hey, look what we got. But we don't want you. Nice hit. I want... How about we hit our targets? There. Now we're going to drop this leather cap. What did you just do? No. No, I did not want to switch that. I want to drop it. You didn't grab it. Oh great, I grabbed it again. Oh, that's not working. Does it not work on villagers? No, I'm not ducking. Oh, he doesn't pick it up. Well, that's not going to work then. But I do know what will work, or should work. Now the problem is, you have to put a layer of protection down. Unfortunately, the timing couldn't have been worse. Now the problem is, unlike the Bedrock edition, unlike Java, Bedrock does not treat these as roof slabs or full blocks. So when the sun comes up, the villager will fry and ultimately die. Even if we put another, to make the inside of this smooth, even if we put another layer of that, still, same thing. So we're going to have to change the game. I'm going to have to try another thing. What? I thought you could make those. No. No, I did not ask for that. Exit. Exit. The hell? Well, something happened. I don't know if it's still a continuous video. But I was positive at some point. Oh. That a name tag was possible. Or did they get rid of that all of a sudden? Because people might find it useful. So I'm looking through this whole thing, which it does not want to scroll very reliably. I'm just curious about this. Okay, yeah, I figured that. Need that, okay. Yeah. Why did name tag not show up? Paper and a gold ingot. Actually, let's switch this back to crafting. Alright, it's... I swore I had... Oh, I even had one on me. Why did I not take it? Then I could have lured him in. That's not going to happen now. Oh, I made cooked stuff now. I mean, that's okay. That just means now that okay, switch over. Kind of defeating the purpose a little bit. I was very positive I had I know it was, I might have destroyed it. I had I want to get so much done. I'm scatterbrained yet again. I was very positive that I had. No, we're going to keep that. I'm going to move the player. And we're going to just go all the way back over to the pillager thing just to get that block of gold. That's just classic. Classic me screwing up. Yeah, I pressed the right button. Might need ride. Here's the stables. I gotta walk around there, see if any new horses come up, because I made a bunch of saddles. And once again, another coin just in the washing machine, a dryer, the thing that makes the clothes not wet anymore. Not helping. Better. And we're jumping. I am not seeing what I'm looking for, so... And I know over here... All that just for that. Now we got one guy in, got a couple of guys in there. And some in there. How about this? Okay, over here. Alright, we're going to do this, and we can move the player right there. Nothing I really care for. Just back. Now what we got to do is close this thing. How about let me close the thing? Oh. Might as well. And grab something I didn't care for, so let's... where is it? There it is. Do that. We're not whacking at this stuff. You get the idea. It's rinse and repeat. And we can move the player. Stutter, stutter. Yep, move the player. Alright, so I mean, that will be this edition of Mobile Adventures, and every time I think of that, I almost say one way every time. So, yeah, I'm just going to sleep the night off here and start another project in the opposite direction, and we'll see how it goes. I need to get Silk Touch, but I'm gonna set aside a spot for a bee colony, but I need Silk Touch for that to happen. George F551 saying, hope you enjoyed and have a good one.